thank you so much for coming back. If you are interested in making some delicious rice and peas with brown rice that will not make your sugars go out of control, then you have come to the right place. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I am here to talk about rice and peas today. We're going to use brown rice because it's a whole grain. And when we're trying to reverse disease, we want to use the whole grain coating. I almost like to look at brown rice versus white rice as like the fiber on the brown rice will allow your blood sugar levels to stay more steady, as opposed to using white rice that's been stripped of that layer so that you get straight increased levels of sugar. So that makes your insulin levels go up and your blood sugar levels go up. We want to avoid that. We do know that insulin is a fat storage hormone, so you end up with a little bit extra weight around the waist, and that is definitely something we don't want. Now, we also use brown rice because brown rice just adds more substance. It sticks with you longer because it's very high in fiber. And with that high fiber content, that just means that you're going to feel fuller longer. We're also going to use red beans. Now, I like using red beans. Some people use pigeon peas, but my preference is really the red beans because red beans have a higher content of fiber. And again, that fiber is going to be connected to the glucose in the beans so that your blood sugar levels stay more steady and you again do not get the spike in insulin or the spike in glucose. And then finally, we're going to make our rice and peas without butter, oil, or any other type of fat because we don't want our blood sugar levels to go out of control. We did go into depth about the explanation of blood sugar and why fat causes an elevated glucose level. So I will link that video below. Now, I'm going to give you some hacks to making the perfect rice and peas every time. Hack number 1, always rinse your rice with water in about three, maybe 4 exchanges of water. You'll notice that the water will be cloudy and very dense, and that is the starch that's coming off of it and any debris that might be coming off of the rice as well. The way that rice is grown, there can sometimes be arsenic in the area that it's grown in. So I also like to make sure we are thoroughly cleaning the rice to make sure we don't have that problem. Number 2 is make sure you wash your beans and soak your beans for at least 12 hours. If you're in a hurry and you can't soak the beans for 12 hours, then I would highly recommend doing a quick boil. And the way you do a quick boil is you make sure you wash your beans, sort your beans, and then put them in a pan, cover them with water, turn the heat on to boil, allow it to boil for 10 minutes. Then you're going to turn the heat off, put the top on it, and let it sit for an hour. Once you're done with that process, pour that water off of it. That water is going to contain the oligosaccharides that actually cause more gas. And so we don't want a lot of flatulence and we don't want to embarrass ourselves in front of people, right? So we're going to pour that water off and we're going to use fresh water. The next hack is when you make your rice, saute your rice in a pan with nothing. That's right. Just dry saute the rice. You're heating the rice through and through without water, without seasonings, without anything in it. Keeps the kernels a little firmer so that the rice doesn't get fat and mushy and overcooked. Now, hack number 4 is water saute the vegetables. So you're going to water saute onions, garlic. You're going to put in the thyme and you're going to put in your celery and allow that to saute and become fragrant in the water before you add your beans and coconut milk and everything else. I like to boil the beans with lots and lots of garlic. My friend taught me this one. she says, oh no, more garlic. Because I really like garlic, I may put some more. But you're just gonna take the garlic and just smash the garlic. You're not chopping it up, so it's not a whole lot of work. Just when you peel it, just smash the garlic. And when you're boiling your beans, you put that garlic in the beans and allow it to cook inside the beans. And then I also like to cook it with a little bit of ginger in the beans as well, because that allows the full flavor of the garlic and the ginger to penetrate the outer wall of the beans so that the flavor can get inside of the beans and not just in the surrounding water of the beans. Now, my last tip is to make sure that when you add your rice and you're ready to cook, your liquid should just be only about an inch above the rice and the beans. That way, you're going to not overcook the rice so that it doesn't become mushy. Now, you can always add water, but it's more difficult to take the water away once it's cooked. And if I feel like I need a little bit more water, I'll have my hot kettle on the other side, so that if I need to add a little bit more water in it, it's the same temperature so that it doesn't cool it down and then heat it back up. And that would be a place where you can kind of compromise the integrity of the rice grains. Here are some bonus tips. I love to use pimentos in my rice and peas when I'm cooking it. And what I like to do to the pimentos, maybe I'll do maybe 8 to 10 pimentos, and I'll take the pimentos and put it in my mortar and pestle and just crush them up a little bit. And then I put that in my mixture as it's cooking. And I like to also use 1 scotch bonnet pepper. I don't poke it, I don't open it, I just use it for flavor. And you just put that in there while it's boiling. If it punctures, it's gonna be spicy, and I don't mind the spice, I love spicy, but I don't puncture it. I just allow it to cook in with the beans and the rice. And when it's done, I take the pepper out and then fork the rice and allow all of that goodness to fall onto my plate and into my panting appetite. I hope that you enjoyed this recipe. I have all of the ingredients in the description box. I'm also linking a video that I did talking about the importance of decreasing the fat in your food so that we can control our blood sugars on this incredible Thanksgiving holiday countdown 2022. Oh, and did I tell you that I have written a book called Reverse It? And Reverse It is a book that just allows you the blueprint for reversing type 2 diabetes. I've also written a success journal that goes along with that so that you can use it to monitor your thoughts, your blood sugar, your blood pressure, and watch your reversal of disease in process. You'll be able to go back and flip through pages and say, wow, one day my blood sugar was like this and now look at it. Or one day my blood pressure was very high, now look at it. So this success journal is very important to the success of your reversal of type 2 diabetes. I'd love to hear how your recipes turn out. So when you make the dish, tag me on Facebook or tag me on Instagram. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so that every time we get a video done, you are able to see it firsthand. And my last request is, would you share it with a friend? Let them know that you can reverse your disease deliciously, that you don't have to give up to be up. That was corny? Okay. All right. Okay, forget that. Anyway, live your life by choice. Make it a healthy one, and have a great day.